Hello, my name is Imelda Smita Babil and my student number is 054. So on this occasion, I would like to discuss about the novel that I've read. And as you can see on the screen, the title is An American Marriage by Tayari Jones and the genre is romance. Okay, let's discuss it. First, I want to tell you why I chose to read this novel. That's because it doesn't only tell about the problems in love life with a partner and family, but also cultural elements such as stereotypes that make it different. As we read in the title, why did the author give the title American Marriage? Why didn't she give it a title like, for example, Roy and Solstice or Unwanted Separation or A Nightmare? Because this tells about the breakup of their marriage. That's where I wondered what was going on with American marriages. So the author gave the title An American Marriage. That's what made me curious to read it. Then, talk about the issues in the novel. First, the issue of conflict on marriage, which shows that the ideal marriage is not that easy to run. As in general, we know that many couples whose marriage are ruined because they cannot handle their problems wisely. Especially the changing of principles and beliefs, as in this novel. Then, the issue of race in America creates injustice in criminal justice. This novel reflects how the social reality that's currently there, which is described in this novel, when even an ideal marriage can be easily destroyed by the system. This issue is the root cause of problems in the marriage of Roy and Solstice as the main characters in this novel. Here, Roy is portrayed as a black man who was at the wrong time and place. Roy was a black man convicted of a crime that he didn't commit. It can be seen that in the case of South America, black people are more often imprisoned than white people. And according to the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, African Americans are imprisoned more than 5 times as much as whites. The issues in this novel can be said to be relevant because it tries to explore the problems faced by African Americans today. Next, let's move to the formal element in this novel. I think the theme of the story will be a specific formal element that I will discuss. Because in my opinion, the theme in the story stands out the most when I read the whole of the story. Yes, certainly not far from the discussion that I have mentioned above regarding the issues. So, in my opinion, based on the issues in the novel, I think the author raised the theme of love and cultural realities that affect the social life of individuals. The theme of love that is raised doesn't only focus on the conflict of love between a pair of humans who as a whole dominates the story, but also about the conflict of love in the family, which is well packaged by the author, which makes me, as a reader, feel carried away. And then cultural realities, like the existence of stereotypes that lead to racism in African Americans. It is told in the novel that this racism resulted in an injustice that destroyed Roy and Solstice's marriage. It started when Roy, as a black man, was convicted to a rape that he didn't commit. This shows that the American justice system is prejudiced against him as a black man. It then reveals how the effects of detention can destroy family life through the social loss they get. Lastly, talk about the topic. Based on some of the things I've discussed before, I think the topic of this novel is the marriage of a middle-class African American. Through the point of view of several characters told, the author tries to explore the problem of a marriage of a middle-class African American, where in this novel it is told that there was a marriage that was destroyed because of racism, which became the starting point of the problem. Okay, so those are some things that I can argue about the novel entitled An American Marriage by Tayari Jones. And That's all from me, and thank you for watching.